Alright, hey, what is going on, guys? It's Dean, and today this video is going to be a bit different from the last ones that have been uploaded. This video is going to be hopefully a small tips and tricks video on how to compose music for a film, basically. The scene that we're going to be looking at is a video that I've recently uploaded on the channel that's gone down really well. It's my score from a scene from The Incredibles. I'm sure everyone knows The Incredibles. It's an animation movie. This original score was composed by Michael Giacchino. It's one of my favorite animation scores ever written. It's absolutely outstanding and so fun to listen to. You could easily listen to the score just by itself without even the picture being there. But to kick off this video, we're basically just going to watch through the scene. It's only like a minute and 40 seconds long. It's not long at all. And then we're just going to talk briefly about it. This hopefully won't be too long of a video. I don't want to drag it on too long. Compared to some of the other sort of analysis videos that are out there on this type of thing. So yeah, we'll just quickly watch the video and then have a little brief talk about how to approach a scene like this. So yeah, that's the scene basically. So let's have a little look. We'll close this down and have a look what I've done with it. You're probably surprised to see that there's actually only 5 tracks used on this whole video. That is really small for a film scene, usually, and anyways, especially for animation, because animation is usually full of something called Mickey Mousing. If you don't know what Mickey Mousing is, it's basically using music to symbolize seeing pictures that's happening on scene. So a good way to Mickey Mouse this scene would be when he jumps off the cliff at the start, and to use loads of woodwind instruments and have them do loads of scales up and down to symbolize that he's fallen, and he use crashes when he's hitting each tree or when he hits the roof of the car. There's like so many different points where you could Mickey Mouse the scene. It's crazy, but I didn't really want to go with that type of feel. I don't think Mickey Mouse suits the scene very well at all. Because you want a detective, spy, tension, sneaky type feel to the scene. Which this is all practice for me. I'm just trying to learn this stuff. I think I got the sense of this scene quite well. So I didn't want to Mickey Mouse it really at all. As you can see up here in my tempo map, there and up in my markers up here, I was actually initially planning on Mickey Mouse in the scene, not a lot, just a little bit. I was gonna hit like when he hits the first tree, hit the second tree, which I did do the second tree, which you can hear when I do that small little bass section when he does hit that, or when he lands on the car. I didn't actually use a lot of them in the end. I didn't use when the car hits, when he throws the car in the end and hits them. Didn't use that either, which that's a perfect type of picture to Mickey Mouse. Didn't end up using that. So sometimes you can plan on doing things with these scenes and then it doesn't work. Not that it doesn't work out, you just change your mind. You're just composing and you change your mind, you don't feel like you need it, and that's exactly what happened here, really. So basically, yeah, we have 5 tracks: solo guitar, high strings, big band shorts, bass pizzicato, and high string pizzicato. My templates are never organized really. The high string should be beside each other, big band shorts should be probably down the bottom, guitar keep at the top because of the lead, but you still get the point. I like to color code some of my tracks now, which I'm starting to do because it looks really cool in the template, and I've seen a lot of people color code their stuff. I didn't for this one, but for the next videos you'll hopefully see some of that stuff. So yeah, just for a brief overview so people know in case they're looking, the guitar is from, let's have a look, I'm pretty sure this is from Project Sam Swing. Yeah, the guitar is from Project Sam Swing. The big band shorts are from Project Sam Swing. Bass is from Cinematic Studio Strings. Yeah, Cinematic Strings. High strings, all the strings are from Cinematic Strings, and the big band shorts and the guitar is from Project Sam Swing. If someone loves jazz or big band music, go get Project Sam Swing. There's also Swing More. I don't have that library at the minute. Wish I did. But go get Project Sam Swing at least. It's absolutely amazing, and it works for animation so well. It has so many different features that it just fits into an animation queue, and just makes life when composing these scenes so much easier. So there's this guitar melody right here carries the scene. There's one tip you can take. This is quite a minimalistic approach to this scene. You could say, because it only has 5 tracks, not a lot of musical material, as you can see, really. But it works. So two tips. I was going to talk about one. 2 tips. One, don't overcomplicate things. I always do this. I think most composers do this. And if they say they don't, they're probably lying to you. I still do this now on every track that I'm trying to write. I overcomplicate things way too much. I think that I need 20 to 50 tracks. I need so much things going on. But sometimes you don't. You really don't. You just need the right instruments with the right, I wouldn't really call this orchestration because there's actually not a lot going on, but the right just arrangement together and just make them blend and gel well together, and that will complement the scene. When you're composing music for scenes like this, all you're trying to do is complement. You're not trying to show off your music, unless the director tells you. But like here, you're just trying to complement the scene, and that's what I try to do, and I think that's what I got across well. The only thing I would criticize myself on would be that I probably should have used some percussion at certain points. Sort of like ethnic percussion, just because he's out in a foresty type area. Maybe some bongos or certain shakers. They could have fit quite well at certain points, but it's too late for that now. It's already posted on YouTube, sure, and I'm not actually disappointed with how it turned out. But as a criticism, because it's always good to criticize your work sometimes, don't be too harsh on yourself, but just to look back and see what you could have done a bit better. Yeah, I probably could have added some percussion at points. So back to what I was saying about melodies. It is good to find melodies and to reuse them. The best composers, well, the 2 most famous film composers I find really good at doing this: John Williams and Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer particularly with very simplistic melodies, which this is a very simplistic melody. You can hear here at the start, this guitar melody. That's all it is. 5 notes. Yeah, 5 notes. I'm pretty sure, I can't even remember the harmonic bases that I used for this track, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I've tried to base the melodies off a blues scale, either a blues or a jazz scale. It was one of them. I don't think it fully followed all the accidents of the blues scale I was using, but that was the idea behind it, was to follow basically a blues scale with this sort of semitone movement and certain accidentals. And that's what I end up using here, and that fits this one melody. Reoccurs 3 times, once at the start, just here as well in the middle, and then right at the end, which this part right at the end here is probably nearly the most effective part, as it's a really good transition right into this final section. Now, where those high strings right here at the bottom, The high strings really complement this part right here. Now that's just two instruments. That's all that is, and look how effective that can be. That gets across exactly what's needed, in my opinion. Anyways, you can still score differently, but that gets across exactly what's needed. The short strings sort of anticipate his little run and jump across the trees. They anticipate the sneakiness, and the melody is still going from that's happened at the start of the piece that your ear now picks up on. This is your third time hearing this melody. So usually with a human ear, once you hear something for two times and it's good enough, the human ear will recognize it and you'll pick up on it. This is your third time hearing this, and you've more likely picked up on this melody at this point. So it's stringing along the scene and the score for this particular scene, and because it's has a sneaky sort of vibe to it, it's just complementing the scene each time it's used. Now, of course, you don't want to overuse these type of melodies, because then they just get not boring, but they can get a bit monotonous, and then a listener could be sitting there like, oh god, I don't want to hear it anymore. I think I could have used it well more, probably, to be honest, because it's not a very heavy melody and it's not on a heavy instrument. It's only on a solo guitar, and it fits it quite well. So that's one tip. Pick a melody, try to find something catchy that your ear will pick up on, and that fits and complements the scene. And don't be afraid to reuse it at points that you see him fitting. So that'd be tip one. Tip two, as we lost. Oh, the tempo map just grew smaller. Use a tempo map if you feel needed. I thought it was going to be needed at the start. It turned out to be that it wasn't so needed. I actually didn't use that much. It can help you, it really can, especially when you want to Mickey Mouse and have certain things hit on certain points. Like, you can see that those certain things are cued perfectly, and certain parts of the music will hit at those parts, and that's what it's good for. But just set it up. It doesn't, just because it's set up doesn't mean you have to use it. I only use it for particular parts and not all the time. And most of the time when I was actually doing this writing, I actually wasn't using the metronome that I actually had set up from the tempo track. I was actually just free composing a lot of the time, and it actually worked out better than probably using the metronome, to be honest. Again, that's probably because of the feel that I was going for. Just a real subtle, sneaky type of feel. So probably having a really free composing style when approaching the scene and not using the metronome was probably better for me, and you might find it better for you, or you might not. The metronome might work more, but experiment with it. Don't just limit yourself to having everything in sync and on time constantly with a metronome. Let yourself be a bit freer and compose without a metronome sometimes, and see how it works out for you. So that'd be probably tip two. I don't want to put too many tips in here. As I said, I'm not a pro in anyways. But let's see what else would I say for this score. I suppose, don't overuse music. The only part that's not overused, because it fits well and it's actually not that much. It's light instruments, mainly pizzicato and short chords. So this is fine, but don't use music everywhere. Silence is just as effective as music. We'll probably finish up on this last tip. Silence is just as effective as music. As you can see here, basically. Okay. Now right here, I could have Mickey Mouse that with loads of scales flying up and down to show that he's falling, but I didn't do that. The silence is just as important there as those Mickey Mouse, and here I could have done a lot of Mickey Mouse in there, but the silence is just as important again because it helps build tension. You don't need music in every section. Probably the best part to show that you don't need much music at all is up here. The only music is that bass, that's it. And there you go. That crash happens, still no music. So it's just to show that music isn't always needed, especially in a sort of sneaky, tense type scene like this. Silence is just as important. So when you're writing, don't feel like, oh, I need to put music there, oh, I need to put music here. Just watch the scene a few times and think about, if you were sitting in a cinema or sitting at home watching it, what would be effective for you, for the feeling that you're trying to get across? What would be effective for you sitting there actually watching it? And maybe you might think, yeah, actually a bit of silence there will actually help create this tension more, create this feeling. You know, you don't need music in every single section of the scene. So yeah, I think we'll try to end it up here. I will hopefully do more of these videos if this one goes down well. If it does go down well with you, just leave a comment and let me know that you enjoyed it. That you'd like to see more in-depth ones. I could do more in-depth ones with actually going through the harmonic basis of the piece, why I use certain chords, or why I didn't use certain chords, or certain notes, or anything like that. Or yeah, so just basically let me know what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy. I might end up making these videos longer if I have to do more in detail things. I hope not to make them too long, because I think people can not lose concentration, but just kind of get bored of them sometimes if they're strung on too much. So maybe if I do a longer one, I'll split into 2 parts even, just make it a bit easier to watch. Also, just anything in this that looks confusing in Logic that you might need help with, like the tempo mapping or anything like that, or even importing a video into Logic, leave a comment. I can show you how to do that, or set up markers. I can do tutorials on that. Tutorials, there's loads of tutorials on YouTube, and anyways, without me making one, you can just search it up and you'll find one. But if you want me to make one, leave in the comments and I'll happily make one. In the new year, I'm hoping to make much more videos, just to keep this channel growing, because we recently, just 2 days ago, I think, hit 50 subscribers, which I'm very thankful for. Hopefully we can get to 100 subscribers very soon, and whoever has recently subscribed, I hope you're enjoying the content, and I hope you enjoy the content to come. So yeah, keep watching the videos. What else? One more thing. Oh yeah, I hope you've noticed from the other videos that I've done in the past when I was talking that the audio quality is actually better now. I'm actually now using a Blue Yeti mic. It was bought for me for Christmas. I hope everyone actually had a good Christmas. So the audio quality will be much better in all these next videos. I'm going to buy a pop filter for it soon as well, which will just improve the quality even more. So yeah, the audio quality will be much better in these videos. Hopefully the video production standards will keep going up as well. But I'm no professional making these YouTube videos, and I'm also not a professional composer. Not yet, anyways. Will be at one point. So don't expect amazing things. I'm just here to show that an average learning composer, an average young composer, I'm only 20, an average young composer can do these type of scenes effectively and can compose effectively. And that's what I hope to show in these videos, that you don't have to be a genius or an absolute someone like Hans Zimmer or John Williams, any of those big names out there. You don't have to be an absolute superstar to write good, effective music. So I hope you realize that from this video and in the videos to come. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you're new, go subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we can hit 100 subscribers soon. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.